Greetings YouTube, Simon here and welcome to Ni no Kuni Remastered. This is of course a remastered version of the original Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch that was released on PS3 back in 2013 I want to say. It was around that point anyhow. Whenever it was, I remember playing through the game all the way to the end, doing pretty much all of the content that was available. I even did a walkthrough series of about 75 episodes, which I'll leave a link to in the video description, so that those of you that are just checking this game out can have a good head start with it. However, this is a 4K remaster, so we can see there are 4K settings if you're playing on PC or on PS4 Pro, though I'm actually going to go for the higher frame rate, so I'm going to be sticking with 1440p resolution. Now, there's no other settings that I'm aware of. It is worth noting that if you're playing the Switch version of this re-release, you will only be playing the original game that's been ported to that console, not the remastered version. But of course you get the added advantage of being able to play Ni no Kuni in its portable form. Anything else I should say? Yes, if you have purchased the remastered or the Switch version, you will get all of the original DLC content that was added later on the PS3 version. And one thing to note about this game, for those of you coming from Ni no Kuni 2, is that it is very different in many respects. Let's go ahead and select new game here. Very different in many respects, but the presentation of it, in my view, is just leaps ahead of the sequel, and you're going to see some glorious cinematic cutscenes given to us by Studio Ghibli, and because of that, when we do actually get those cinematics, I'm going to bump the volume up and shut up with the commentary so you guys can sit back and enjoy those. Now, as always folks, a huge thank you to those of you who support the channel as YouTube members or patrons, or just by any other means of course. And if you enjoy this video or any other videos I make on Ni no Kuni, then please do go ahead and hit that like button, and perhaps even, you know, subscribe to the channel if you want to. Appreciate those of you that do so. Without any further ado then guys, let's go ahead, select normal difficulty here. You can actually adjust the difficulty later on if need be. We'll see how we get on. And begin Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered here on PS4. Enjoy the episode guys, let's begin.
Get a move on, Ollie boy!
Slow down, Mr. Drippy.
But Ding Dong Dell's just down the way.
Huh?
Hmm? Oh.
Huh? What do we do?
Run for it! Ah! Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Huh? Hey, wait for me! So this is your world.
That's right. A whole nother world. Beautiful, innit?
Yes, indeed it is. Okay, so we get the title screen here, which I'll just skip through this, mainly because it just shows clips of various cinematics later on, so we don't want to see those too early, and then the game really kicks off.
Sorry, mister. Good morning, Miss Layla.
Why, good morning, Oliver. Your groceries are over there, honey.
Thanks.
Oh, I almost forgot. Did Philip find you? He said he had something to show you, dear.
Really? So he finally finished it, huh? Do you know where he is right now?
He just stepped out with some deliveries for me. I doubt he'll have gotten far.
Thanks, Miss Layla.
Oh, say hi to your mother for me.
Sure thing, Miss Layla.
Hey, Ollie.
Okay.
Here.
Oh yeah, I actually noticed the extra smoothness here with the 60 frames per second. I'm not sure how that's going to work in various other parts of the game, such as during combat and stuff. I'm hoping it's going to be 60 FPS though, all around. But anyway, we get our first control here of the game's main protagonist, Oliver. And you already get a taste at this point, don't you, of the type of game that this is going to be. Just in terms of the charm as it's presented to us here. So we have Layla's Milk Bar. And I've got to say, this game was absolutely beautiful, even on PS3. And it's still absolutely beautiful here on PS4. I'm sure those of you that are playing on Switch, even though it's not the remastered version, will probably think the same as well. But I can definitely see the details there in the writing on the shop front. It just looks absolutely amazing. It definitely looks like a PS4 game. But hey, I might have even said the same thing had they just ported the PS3 game straight across. To proceed, you can see we've got this star on the map. That obviously points to our next objective there. And one of the good things about Ni no Kuni is that the objective system and the map system is all very intuitive. So you're not really ever going to get lost. Of course, you can always go off and do your own thing. But when you want to advance the story and stuff, you're always able to do so quite easily, knowing where you need to go next. So we'll go ahead and speak to Oliver's friend Phil.
Guess what? She's finally ready.
For those of you that were slightly disappointed in the various implementations of the game systems in Ni no Kuni 2, you're going to probably be pleasantly surprised here with Ni no Kuni 1. First of all, there's a whole lot more voice acting than there was in the sequel. A bit of a letdown for Ni no Kuni 2 in my opinion. The cinematics, as we've just seen there, have those Studio Ghibli animations, which are absolutely a nice touch as well, which the sequel was lacking. There's also...
Is it really what I think it is?
obviously bigger differences as well. The combat system is very different here in Ni no Kuni 1. I actually think I prefer the combat system in Ni no Kuni 2. I understand that's just personal preference. There's a much more Pokemon style combat system here in Ni no Kuni 1, which might put off some people, but then again other people are going to just absolutely relish in that. So obviously that's just down to personal taste. Anyway, let's continue here.
Dum-dum.
Boy, you are something else, Phil. So what do we do now?
What else? We take her for a spin. Tonight.
What? Tonight? But I can't. I mean, I need to ask my mom, and...
Sure. You go ask your ma. And then when do we do it, huh? Tomorrow? Next year?
Well, No, but... Okay, we'll do it tonight. But we'll have to be real quiet.
Sure we will. Okay, tonight in my garage. Be there or be square.
Sure.
So, this is the child who will save the world.
Or so says the crystal ball, Your Radiance.
And the Dark Jinn's power alone will not suffice.
I fear not.
What is the child's name?
Oliver, Your Radiance.
Oliver.
Okay, so you can actually change the voice acting language from English to Japanese, if you wish to do so from the menu. But to be honest with you, this is actually one of those rare Japanese role-playing games where the localization is very good in my opinion. The voice acting, the scripting, the dialogue, it all works really well even in English. So yeah, I'm very happy to keep it in my native tongue. We can actually go ahead. By the way, some of the voice acting in this game, I've got to say, is utterly phenomenal. It really is, especially Drippy. You'll meet him later, although you got a taste of him in the opening cinematic. Yeah, just incredible. But let's go ahead. So we can tap the R1 button if we want to get a larger view of the map. Again, very helpful. There's not a whole lot to do here in Motorville right now, which is Oliver's hometown. We can go around and chat to some of the folks if we wish to do so. Some of the shoppers, some of the residents. They don't have a whole lot of interesting things to say to us. At least not in terms of, you know, kicking off any side quest or anything like that. So let's just make our way over to the next objective. And the whole town feels alive, doesn't it? We've got the cars, the vehicles moving around. There are some invisible walls that you can't get past. But the map clearly lays those out so you know where it is you can go, where it is you can't go. You're never, you know, stuck thinking, how do you get through to a certain area, really? We can chat to this jolly lady. And obviously, guys, you can probably already tell if you're new to Ni no Kuni that this is very much aimed at children as well. So if you have younger members in your family, you can certainly play this around them, get them involved as well. They'll love this. And incidentally, because of that, all of my videos on this game, as has been historically true in the past with my videos on the Ni no Kuni series, will be completely, you know, fine for little ones to watch as well. So I won't be using any inappropriate language or anything like that. Okay, so let's move on into the house. You get this little trail as well on the map. I think that's part of the original game as well. There, as far as I'm aware, have been no new gameplay additions to Ni no Kuni Remastered. So I know with the recent Final Fantasy Remastered releases, we have been getting a few, you know, alterations to the gameplay mechanics, a few, you know, enhancements like being able to skip battles or speed up with turbo mode and what have you. There's nothing like that here.
Hey, Mom. I got the groceries.
Thanks, sweetie. Just pop them on the table, will you?
Say, Mom.
Did you say something, sweetie?
You're kind of busy tomorrow, huh?
Well, now that you mention it, I do have to practice for my concert in the morning.
Oh, yeah? So, you'll be in bed kind of early, huh?
Yes, I suppose I will.
Oh, you will, huh?
Will you stop being so mysterious and eat your breakfast? You'll be late for school. And chew before you swallow.
Thanks for breakfast, Mom. See you later, Mom.
Bye, sweetie. You be good now.
I will.
So we've already had a nice introduction to Oliver here, and we've started to meet some of the people in his social circle, including Philip, Layla at the shop, and his mother. So it's a very quaint little town, this, isn't it? Seems like an idyllic place to live. And Oliver's biggest concern at the moment is trying to sneak out from his house so that he can meet up with his friend and test out, well, whatever it is that they've been talking about. Some weird contraption by the sounds of it. So treat this part of the game really as an introduction to the various game systems. Obviously there's no combat in this particular opening. We're just really learning how to control Oliver. But unlike, you know, some tutorials from other games, I'm thinking of you, Final Fantasy VIII, we actually get to really interact with the game world here. And even the tutorials can be fun. And at this point, we get access to the main menu. So any settings that you wish to adjust, you can do so now. You can see that down there. There's no other options available for us to select at the moment, but you can see they're greyed out, so they will be available later on. Right now, Oliver is level 1 with a whopping 35 maximum health and 12 MP. And in terms of settings, you can adjust the difficulty as need be. You can turn some of the convenient features such as the guiding star, which is the objective window, or sorry, the objective icon, and also fiddle about with your mini-map rotation. Pretty standard stuff. Again, all this was in the original game, as far as I'm aware. You can also save if you want to. So let's go ahead and make our first save file here on the PS4 version. Oh, that was fast. Yep, it did indeed save. So let's go ahead now and head down the stairs. And see if we can sneak out the house, shall we? Shh, no one say anything. Yay, we made it. Okay, so immediately, once again, you can see the objective star is pointing down southeast, so we just need to find the path to get there. But if you struggle with pathing in this game, as I mentioned before, you can just tap the R1 key if you're playing on PS4, whatever the equivalent key is on your other systems, and then you can bring that mini-map up in order to see exactly where it is that you need to go. So this, of course, isn't going to be a tricky place to find. We get to see Motorville at night, which is awesome.
Hey! In here! What are you looking at? What is it with that kid? What kept you, Slowpoke?
Sorry, my mom just wouldn't go to bed. So, is it finished?
Sure is. The last bearing's in, and she's primed for action. Wanna see?
Do I ever?
All right. Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Wow!
Oh, is this neat? Phil, this is so neat!
You betcha.
It's so neat!
The new Coupe Deluxe ain't got nothing on us, Ollie.
It's not even close.
So, you ready to hit the road, kiddo?
Yeah!
Well, looks like we're going out for a bit of a test drive then, doesn't it? I've got to say, that's a pretty darn good motor there that Phil's cocked up in his garage. Right, so all we need to do at this point is head south. Need to make sure the coast is clear, of course.
All right. The coast is clear. I better go tell Phil.
Don't go.
What? Huh?
It's bad. Please, Oliver. Don't go.
Huh? Who are you? How do you know my name?
Ollie! What's taking you so long?
I'm sorry, Phil. Someone saw me.
Oh, man. Who was it?
Oh, that girl over... Huh?
What are you talking about? Huh? There's nobody there.
Huh. That's weird. She was right there. A girl.
A girl, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it was that dumb, scary Mary. Oh no, couldn't be. She's not allowed out. You must be going screwy or something. Anyway, come on.
Oh, okay.
Oliver, the boy who will save the world. But unfortunately for him, his light is yet a mere candle in the blackness.
Indeed. He may be the child the prophecies speak of, but he is a child nonetheless.
Yet these humans can be disturbingly powerful. Did the other's darkness not engulf the land entirely? Might this one not prove equally tenacious?
What would you have me do, Your Radiance?
Such saplings must not be suffered to grow.
Very well, Your Radiance.
He who would save this doomed world must die. Mom! Help me!
Sweetie? Where are you? Oliver?
you're kinda busy tomorrow, huh?
Well, now that you mention it, I do have to practice for my concert in the morning.
Oh yeah? So, you'll be in bed kinda early, huh?
Oliver. Oliver.
Would you listen to her purr? Ready? Take it slow to start with, okay?
Yep, got it!
All right. We have liftoff! Whoa! Ollie!
Oliver? Philip, what happened?
It's Ollie!
Oliver! Oliver? Oliver, wake up!
Mom?
Oh, sweetie, I'm so glad you're okay.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm sorry. I swear, if I'd known, I never would have.
Don't be silly, Phil. What about your car?
That hunk of junk, I can make another one in no time.
Well, I think you two have had quite enough excitement for one day.
Yes, ma'am. Ja!
Are you okay, Phil?
Must have twisted my ankle back there.
Whatever will you children get up to next?
Allie!
Allie?
Are you okay?
Mom? What's wrong?
Oh, my.
Mom?
She always did have a weak heart.
Mom?
Oh, dear.
I'll fetch the doctor.
Mom!
Oliver, sweetie. Oh, sweetie.
Mom!
You'll be okay. I know you will. Be good now. For me.
Mom? Mom? Mom! No. No! Don't leave me! You can't! Mom! Mommy! Don't leave me! Mom!
Sentimental fool. Sacrificing herself to save her child.
And yet, thanks to her, the boy lives.
Of course. But shorn of his mother's love, to whom can he now turn for guidance? And soon he will come to our world, where our powers are strongest.
Very good, Your Radiance.
Let us see how this story unfolds. I'm sure the ending will be engaging.
Oh man, what a start! What an introduction.
I brought you some apple pie. I'll just leave it here for you, okay, dearie? You'll just have to wait until dinner, Timmy told him. Oh, it's so sad. He's been in there 3 whole days now.
Oliver, Mummy starts her new job today, but she's asked someone very special to take care of you. Mummy spent a long time making him. I'm sure he'll look after you very well. Be good while Mummy's away, okay? Mommy! Is something wrong, sweetie?
Just come back soon, okay?
Of course, sweetie. We'll always be together, Oliver. Always. Always.
Mommy, come back. Please.
Whoa, what's all this then? Curse lifted, is it? Tiny! I'm free! Free!
Huh? What just happened?
You just witnessed the rebirth of Drippy, Lord of the Fairies.
Who?
What, are you deaf or something? Drippy, Lord of the Fairies, I said, didn't I?
Drippy.
That's right, and I'm sick to the teeth of you a snivelling and moaning. A proper crybaby bunting you are. 3 days, man. I mean, I've been sad before, but crying for 3 whole days? I'm surprised there's a drop of water left in you. You're a big boy, man. 3 days is, well, it's unheard of.
What?
Oh dear, bit flummoxed, are we? Bit lost for words. Not to worry, man, I got all the answers. Oh, but prepare yourself. Explaining all this is gonna take a while. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Tidy. I like your style. Very honest, and you. Stay that way, okay? Take you far, it will. On with the show!
Okay.
See, it's like this, see? What it is there's more worlds out there than this one by here. There's what you might call parallel worlds, see? They're like worlds along by the side of your one. And one of those worlds is my world. That's right, a whole nother world.
Another world?
There's quick you are. And that is the Lord of the Fairies. The reason I'm by here in this world of yours, well, it's because there's a proper bad apple trying to upset the peace of both our worlds, see? Shadar, the Dark Djinn, his name is. And what he did was, he took over people's hearts and spread war and ruin all over our world. Tried to stand up to him, I did. And he turned me into a flippin' doll and kicked me out of our world and into yours, the rotter.
Uh-huh.
And then you went and cried all over me and poof, the curse was lifted, just like that. Which makes me think you must be the one we fairies call the pure-hearted one. The one the legends say will save our world. Just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover, eh? So, anyway, that means I better get you over to our world and have you get rid of Shadar for us. All right with you?
Me? But how can I...
Don't fret, man. It's a big responsibility, I know, but you'll be all right, especially with me to help you.
But I...
Oh, want me to ask properly, do you? Fair dues.
What?
Oh, pure-hearted one, will you please come and save our world?
No.
Sorry, I must have misheard you. What did you say? Go on once more, but louder.
I won't do it. I mean, I can't do it.
This is why they say never work with children. I ask nicely, and you give me a hearty, yes, sir. That's how this works, see? Gee whiz, that would be swell, you say. It's just how these things are done. It's tradition. How am I supposed to work with this? It's like he's never read a story in his life.
But I don't know anything about your world. And I just can't right now.
What, because your mum dropped dead?
Yeah.
You got a photo of her? Hurry up, will you? I haven't got all day.
Okay.
Let's see now. Blimey. It can't be. But then it can't be a coincidence, neither.
What is it?
The great sage Alicia. Then we might just be able to save you, ma'am.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You ready for another earful?
Yeah.
The souls of people in your world and my world are connected, which means people from over by here have another version of themselves over by there, called a soulmate, see? And people with soulmates can even look like each other. Now, your mum, well, she shared a soul with the great sage Alicia. A proper talent she was.
Huh? So my mom was a sage? But how does that help us save her?
Well, Alicia tried to take on the Dark Djinn, but his power was too much for her, and he trapped her in this dark jewel called the Soul Snare. When that happened, then the link between hers and your mam's souls would have been cut off. But if you could free Alicia, it just might fix the link, and who knows, it might even bring your mam back.
Is that really true?
I can't be sure now, but it's possible, yeah.
Wait. How do you know all this, Mr. Drippy? You've been a doll this whole time.
Ah, now there's clever of you. Good question, lad. It's like this, see? I'm not the only fairy. Even though I was stuck by here, my buddies were keeping me abreast of all the goings-on over there. How? I suppose it's what you might call telepathy. And that's not all. I was sending my lordly orders back over there too, having them spy on Shadar and that, you know, tidy, huh? What is it?
I'll do it. I'll come to your world. I'll come with you and save my mom.
Oh, that's marvellous! You might be doing it for all the wrong reasons, but if it saves our world, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Tidy! We better get going then. Chop chop!
Okay. But how do we get to your world?
Oh, curious, are we? Alright, I'll tell you. First thing we need is a drop of magic. Go and have a dig around in the fireplace. There's something hidden there so nosy Parkers won't find it.
But why would anybody hide something in there?
That's for me to know and you to find out. Look lively.
Okay, so after that quite lengthy set of cutscenes, wow, 30 minutes, and we've just done so much already in terms of setting up the game. We've gone ahead and established the main protagonist in Oliver, the sidekick in Drippy. We've had some emotional impacts. Oh no, Oliver's mum, but it looks like there might be a light at the end of the tunnel for that particular plot thread. And we've got the main enemy set up, and we've just got the story all established, and, you know, the adventure begins here, really. Okay, so let's make our way now downstairs, as per Drippy's instructions, and head over towards the fireplace, see what it is that might be lurking inside. Oh, incidentally, I just love Drippy's voice acting, I really, really do. That Welsh accent is just amazing, and I did actually have a lot of debates with people during my Ni no Kuni walkthrough. I don't know why a lot of people seem to think that Drippy had a Scottish accent. I mean, what's going on with that? There's no way in a million years Drippy is Scottish, he's definitely Welsh. But anyway, it's just awesome, so let's just move on here. I'm not having that debate again, by the way, guys.
What could be hidden in a place like this?
A mighty spell book!
Huh? A book? But it would burn in there.
Not this book. The Wizard's Companion laughs in the face of fire. Wouldn't be much of a spell book if it didn't, now would it?
Really?
Aha, gotcha!
This is a spell book?
That there is the Wizard's Companion, the fount of all wizarding knowledge.
The Wizard's Companion.
Okay, yeah, so we first get access here to the Wizard's Companion, which is a book that is going to be joining us throughout the rest of our journey from this point on. It's going to have a lot of information in it. It's also going to be used as part of the story and in terms of various gameplay mechanics as well. So it's a really important item. Fortunately, you cannot miss it. So you cannot proceed until you've gone to the fireplace here and picked it up. So we can stick our name in. I'm just going to put in Oliver. Dumpty dumpty dum. There we go.
Tidy. Right, magic in our way over to my world, is it? Now let's see.
What is it?
You got a wand somewhere by here? We can't go casting spells without a wand now, can we?
A wand? Why would we have a wand?
Oh, that's a pain. Ah, well, can't be helped. We'll just have to look for one outside.
Huh? We won't find one out there either.
Don't nitpick, Crybaby Bunting.
Bunting? My name is Oliver. Oliver.
Ah, so the Crybaby bit was right, at least, was it?
Ah.
I do love Drippy. By far and away my favourite character in pretty much the whole of the Ni no Kuni series. Okay, so once again we get control of Oliver at this point, and it seems our next objective is to find a stick, but actually we need to go ahead and speak to Drippy once more. Just before we do that, however, it is worth saving the game and also just pointing out that the Wizard's Companion that we just looted from the fireplace is now accessible from the main menu. I actually can't access it yet because I'm still downloading the game. But hey, I'm sure I'll be able to show you that in due course. Let's just go ahead and save our game at this point before we move on here. And we'll go ahead and speak to Drippy, or follow him rather at this point, and then speak to him. Yeah, let's use the lamppost as a wand. I'm sure that'd be convenient. Yeah, the people of this town seem quite content with this weird creature thing just running around next to them. Yeah, we've got a mission to do here, Drippy. We're not going to be using a car as a wand, are we? I mean, that'd be quite interesting. Okay, so we get a next item at this point, which is the Bottomless Bag. This is basically the means of storing our inventory. So the various items and that we loot throughout our adventure. I guess we can just go ahead and have a look at that. So we are accessing these menu items. Now we've got 3 things available to us. We don't have a whole lot of stuff in these. We've got some important items. Aha, so this is some of the DLC stuff that is available in the original Ni no Kuni when you buy it, but is included automatically here for those of you that have purchased the re-release, either the remastered version or the Switch version. So there's a few familiar tickets. Now, familiars haven't been introduced to us as of yet, so I won't say a whole lot about those. But yeah, nice to see that all that is all ready to go for us. So now we're going to head back over to the right-hand side, over to the east. Oh my goodness, this game looks amazing. I love all the different lighting effects as well. We've seen daytime, nighttime, and dusk now, haven't we? Brown and sticky. Looks like we're about to be interrupted on our hunt for a stick. Yeah, it's the girl with green hair who we met very briefly a few minutes ago, didn't we? So there's nothing else for us to really do here apart from approach her and speak to her. There seems to be a few FPS drops there. I'm not sure if you guys can pick those up or not. I've heard this game is a little bit buggy at the moment on the Switch version, but I haven't heard anything about the PS4 version, how it runs, which is what I'm playing on. But I am noticing a few drops there, so hopefully we'll be able to get those fixed in various patches and stuff. The game was released just today, though, don't forget.
You're the little girl I met before, huh? Mm-hmm. We met before. So, how do you know who I am? I'm really, really sorry, Oliver. Huh? Your mummy. I'm sorry. I couldn't save her. Huh? Why would you be sorry for that? I wanted to save her. I really did. Huh? Hey, wait. Where are you going? Hey, where did you go?
Ollie boy, why are you talking to thin air?
Mr. Drippy, she disappeared again.
Huh? Who did?
That strange girl. That's the second time she tried to talk to me.
What's that? A girl? Where? You're right about strange. I can't see her any flipping where.
Well, how could you? She disappeared into thin air.
Well, anyway, there's something I want to ask you.
There is? Sure, go ahead.
Do you mind it, having a sidekick like?
Huh? A sidekick? Who do you mean?
Crikey, that's cold. Who do you mean, he says? Why not stab me in the heart while you're at it? I mean me! I wanted to know if it was alright me joining you on your adventures. Or if you were maybe wanting to trade me in for a younger, prettier model. But it looks like I got my answer, huh? Well, so you know, if you don't have faith in people, you'll never see their true worth. And what's more...
Look at this.
Huh?
It was on the ground, right where that girl was standing.
Chuck it here, then. Ta. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. It's a wand!
You mean it? A real wand?
Come over by here and take a look, man. It might seem like any old stick, but it's got all magic writing on it, see?
It does, huh? Wow. Is that how people write in your world?
The runes are all faded, so it might have lost a bit of power. But, for our current purposes, it's a beauty.
Neato! What a stroke of luck.
Luckier than you know, Ollie boy. Phew, I never thought we'd actually find one.
Do you think maybe that girl brought it here for me?
Yeah, so we get access to an old stick, which is actually a wand, interestingly enough. So we can go ahead and move on. Yeah, we also get access to our first spell here, Gateway, which is hopefully going to lead us into Drippy's world. So this could be interesting.
What kind of question is that? Magic is special, innit? It's sacred, right? You have to cast spells in the best environment possible. You really are new to this, aren't you? This is beginner stuff we're talking about here.
Oh, sorry.
Now, take me somewhere with plenty of space. There's got to be somewhere around by here.
The town square, I guess.
Right, so once again, you can explore Motorville, but there's really no point to. Well, apart from the fact that the aesthetic is stunning, there's no items or anything to collect. There's no side quests to start, which means that we're pretty much just going to be heading straight towards the next objective here. But bear in mind, you might want to save just before we head out, because things are going to kick off once we do so. So let's go ahead and just save at this point. So the game is going to kick it up now that we are about to cast the Gateway spell. The adventure truly begins, I guess you could say.
Do you really think we should be doing this here?
No worries, man. Normal people can't see magic, see? Go on, Ollie boy. Cast Gateway.
Right, so we have our spells here. Battle spells are currently non-existent. Everyday spells have the Gateway ability. So we're going to go ahead and select it now. And see what happens.
That's it, man. You got it. Tidy!
What is it? Stop that now! Heel, boy! Heel!
Told you, they didn't notice a thing. Yeah. Let's get a shunt in, crybaby bunting.
For the last time, it's Oliver!
Hey, it's not bad work for a crybaby, this.
Oh.
And we're off to another world!
Hey, wait for me!
Oh, that was epic. Yeah, we are off to another world indeed.
Right, let's get going, shall we?
Huh? Hey, wait for me! So this is your world.
Ah, home at last! But there's a tidy way to go yet.
Hey, Mr. Drippy, that was pretty neat just now, huh?
Oh, that herd of elk! Enjoy your first encounter with the majestic wildlife of our mysterious world, did you?
Uh-huh. Huh? Jeepers.
Oh, Nickers! Where did he spring from?
Ah! What do we do?
He's not like the big softies just now. He's itching for a fight. Proper savage.
Let's run away!
No, use that stick you got by there. Give him a whacking and send him packing.
Ah!
Look lively, he's making his move.
Okay, so we actually get our first battle at this point against this rough, this vicious looking cross, I guess, between a dog and a sheep. Now, combating Ni no Kuni is very different for those of you that have played Ni no Kuni 2. The latter obviously had an action-oriented combat system. Ni no Kuni is very different. It takes, you know, a more traditional approach to combat. So we have this menu system here. Now, it kind of works in these speech bubbles, but it is pretty much just a standard battle menu system that you'll be familiar with from various other Japanese role-playing games. Right now, we don't have many options other than the attack option, so we're going to go ahead and select that. Then we're going to go ahead and choose attack once more, just in order to get through the various tutorials here from Drippy. So yeah, we can see our health, which is currently full at 35 points. And then our MP, our magic points, currently full also at 12 points. And then over on the right hand side of the screen, we have the enemies, including the enemy health bars. Now, right now, we don't have anything in terms of magical spells to cast. We only have our standard wand attack. So that's pretty much what we're going to use. Provisions, which we don't have any right now, would allow us to cast any healing items or status element removing items that we might need to cast. Runaways, fairly self-explanatory. We can't escape from this battle, however. Defend is very useful if an enemy, especially a boss enemy, is powering up a special attack of some kind so that we'll take less damage from it. Right now, we do only have the attack option, so that's exactly what we're going to use. This is where we select our target. We don't have many options here, we just have one target, so let's go ahead and attack. And there we go, we did a little bit of damage to Ruff there. So the glim that was dropped was green, which means it would have restored a little bit of health to us should we have needed it. However, we didn't because we hadn't taken any damage by that point. So we'll attack again. And now we have taken a little bit of damage, but that's fine. We'll just keep attacking. This is clearly a very easy battle. I'll just show you that defend move. So our whole turn is one of defense. We take less damage during that period. But of course we don't attack. So you're sacrificing doing damage for physical defense. And we're well on our way to level 2. With that lovely 4 experience, we also get 3 guilders.
Well, hey, proper tidy. Nice one, Ollie boy.
Creepers.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, our world is absolutely riddled with beasties, but keep that up and you'll have nothing to worry about. Right, let's get a move on, shall we?
Sure, Mr. Drippy, but where are we going?
Well, first off, we need to get you a wand.
But I already have a wand.
You're having a laugh, aren't you? That thing's about as magical as a flipping cabbage. You might just squeeze a gateway spell out of it, but you can forget about anything more than that. Honestly, I wish you'd think before you open your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Now, I told you Ding Dong Dell was just over by yonder, didn't I? Well, if we're very lucky, we might find a wand with a bit more oomph down by there.
So, are wands really so hard to find here?
Well, time was you couldn't move for the flipping things. But since Shadar showed up, magic's taken a real nosedive. He banned people from using it, see? Cursed anyone who tried to. He scared them all so much they gave it up.
So, he's pretty scary, huh?
Well, he turned me into a flipping doll, didn't he? Just saying his name's enough to make most folks brick it. Still, I'd rather be a doll than have him go poking round in my heart. No one wants to be broken-hearted.
Broken-hearted? Like, sad?
Worse than that, much worse. It's when he steals a piece of a person's heart. Poor beggars don't know whether they're alive or dead. That's no way to live, man.
So that's why they're all so scared of him, huh? We can't let him go on doing this.
Well, it's not a matter of letting him, is it? It's not like people flipping enjoy it. That's why I brought you here, innit? You might just be able to stop him, see?
You really think I can?
Course you can! You are the pure-hearted one! And the legends say that the pure-hearted one will drive away the darkness. We'll teach you a few tasty spells and you'll be ready to face him in no time. Sound good to you?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll learn magic.
Course you will, and that's why we need to find you a better wand.
All right. Let's head for Ding Dong Dell.
Tidy.
Right, we got our first trophy out of this world. I do need to have a look at the trophies in this game, see what they are. Probably going to be the same as the PS3 trophies, but it's worth checking out. Anyhow, we get access to the world map, and it's probably going to be, as you can see, familiar to those of you that have played Ni no Kuni 2 recently. However, the actual locations are very different. So the style is similar, the actual layout is not. Ding Dong Dell is no doubt a city you're familiar with from Ni no Kuni 2, but that's one of the rare places that actually exists between both games. So much of the locations in Ni no Kuni 1 were not present in Ni no Kuni 2 and vice versa, so the map itself is very different. However, the functionality of it is very similar. So we begin with 3 loaves of white bread, which is a healing item. And our next objective is to make our way over to Ding Dong Dell in order to get a better wand. We'll soon be heading to our first dungeon as well. Now, you'll see these sparklies here. We can loot these for various items around the world map, and we get free reign of Oliver to go where we want. We can do a little bit of grinding. The enemies can all be seen. However, I strongly advise not killing anything just yet, because we don't have access to any spells, so the battles are just going to get a little bit too challenging at this stage. However, very soon we will be able to take them on much more easily. So I recommend just waiting until then, and for now just trying to avoid battles and making our way over to the various story objectives. But anyway guys, I think we're going to finish off there for today. So I'm just going to go ahead and save the game at this point. I hope, if I can actually do that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this introduction to Ni no Kuni Remastered, and let me know what you think down in the comment section. And have you purchased the game? Are you going to be playing it? And if you are, I'd be really interested in knowing if you've played before and are wanting to play again, or if this will be your first foray into the game. But as always guys, a huge thank you to everybody who has watched the video, everybody who supports the channel, and don't forget to drop a like if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for more Ni no Kuni Remastered. Take care everybody, have a great day.